Hello everyone, welcome to the Ahdurin region. I'm your host Ahdurin himself. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Legends EA already in progress. In the last episode, we learned about Mega Evolution and the chaos that's occurring in Lumio City because of it. And also, we've got a few other things that we need to do, including learning more and more about Mega Evolution, as you can see by the mission that is there. Um, that happened in the last episode. It's also a good point in time for me to kind of reevaluate what the team is going to be because as I've mentioned before, and as you can probably guess by the way that this game is working out, it feels like Mega Evolution is going to be pretty important. And so I would like to have a team full of Mega Evolution Pokemon. Because unlike in the other games where it's one per team and mechanics like that, it seems like, presumably, you can Mega Evolve anyone you want. So let's get some stuff here. First things first, we got the experience candy there. Next thing we'll get is light screen, which is fine. Let's go into the box and do a little bit of reorganization. So let me do that, and I'll explain why in a second. So, in this first box here are all of the Pokemon that I have used in the past in some capacity. Um, Mareep being an exception, it's a shiny, which is very cool, but we already have Flaffy, and shout out to Shiny Mareep, but I am going to not evolve you and use you in the main team, because we've been using Flaffy for a while. Let's stick with them. Um, so these are the Pokemon I will not be using. The top are Pokemon I've used in the past. Technically, Panseer isn't, but also I'm gonna keep the monkeys aside. Shout out to them. Probably not using them. I also don't know what that plus minus thing is there, but that seems interesting. We've used Bunnelby. I think in the previous episode I forgot. This is the Alpha Bunnelby we saw previously. I've used Flabebe, the Florges line in the past. Same with the Vivillon line. I've used Squirtle in the past. This is a really easy Mega Evolution candidate. And everyone else is kind of, I've explained that in the past. The bottom is just the team. I used them in my Pokemon X playthrough that just recently finished, and I'm probably not going to be using those Pokemon, maybe. These are the Pokemon I have never used before. Froakie's kind of the exception here, but being a Kalos starter, if they give you early, it's kind of an option. The big thing is the group up top there. So not only the current party, but also this box here are Pokemon that I have never used in a playthrough long term. I briefly touched with Litleo for like half a level, and then we've been using these guys for the majority of the run through. However, I know that I'm assuming that Bayleaf is going to get a Mega Evolution in Meganium. That's my guess. Uh, I think I've seen this is one of the few things, spoiler alert, that has been spoiled to me. Kind of expected at this point, but that's there. I know Mega Ampharos exists. I know Mega Heracross exists. That's existed since X and Y era. And there's one other one that I know exists that isn't anywhere on the screen right now. That's for some reason that's the one that's always spoiled to me, and I'm not exactly sure why. Nevertheless, those three are there. The other three are just Pokemon that fit the join the team early, and I think would be fun to use. However, because I would like to have a team full of Mega Evolution Pokemon, I think Absol is probably taking the place of somebody. Now, who? I'm not sure. I'm trying to look at this from a team perspective here. We could. Mega Victory Bell is one of the ones that is revealed from the trailers. That would be fun to use, but I don't think. I don't think it works well with our Meganium, which is definitely going to be on the team. So Absol here, sorry, this is going away. Basically, Absol's joining, and everyone else is sitting here for now. Who do I replace Absol with? I think, based off of what we've been going with so far, probably going to be Esper. Because I've enjoyed having Binacle, and Litleo has been great as well. We definitely can use it to get around. Esper's just fun, but I don't think. Oh, but it does have a special attack boosting nature. Well, all right, never mind. I'm gonna go Absol. Absol can Mega Evolve. This is an old Mega Evolution, but again, my Pokemon X playthrough, I used 0 Mega Evolutions, so now we can kind of splurge a little bit with the ones that we're working with right now. Plus, it's level 30. That's helpful as well. So these 4, 3, and I'm guessing 4, can Mega Evolve. I don't know about the rest. This is going to be the team for now, and we might adjust going forward. All right. Now, with that said, basically it's me just saying Absol's on the team. Shout out to Esper. Now, I believe we are meeting up with you to go do some stuff. Right, Tony?
Actually, you know what, Ahdurin? Before we hit the course Sartico, I want to see you get a feel for the power of Mega Evolution. Let's have a Pokemon battle so you can Mega Evolve that Absol you got. Anytime you want to Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you gotta have it hold its particular Mega Stone.
To get your Pokemon ready to Mega Evolve, you must give it a Mega Stone to hold. Select one of your Pokemon from the main menu, then choose Give Item to hold, change held to give it the Mega Stone. You'll need to get the Mega Stone that corresponds to the species. Makes sense.
You need Absol to hold an Absolite Stone if you Absolite Stone if you want it to Mega Evolve.
Alright, she's basically saying, put the thing on. Sounds good to me. Absol, I have a thing for you. I don't know where it's located. Oh, we have an entire Mega Stone section here. Well, here you go. Now holding the Mega Stone. Very fun. What are we doing now?
We battling?
Let's have a Pokemon battle. Anytime you want to Mega Evolve. Are you going to tell me this again? Nope, we're going straight to the battle.
Since Absol's holding its Absolite, you'll just need to press the R button when it's time to Mega Evolve.
Sounds good.
Here I come, Ahdurin.
Doing outside the hotel. No wonder nobody's able to check in. Having Pokemon battles in front of the front door. Hold up. A, you have a band. I don't know if I've noticed that in the past. B, who do you have that's Mega Evolving? Rockanaw is the starter. Fun. Cool beans. Bob and Weed, buddy. Feels like a Johto battle. When your Mega Ring is full of Mega Power, give your Pokemon the signal to Mega Evolve with R. Your accumulated Mega Power will start draining as soon as you trigger Mega Evolution. Once the power is gone, your Pokemon will revert to its usual form, but it can Mega Evolve again if you store up more power. Makes sense to me. Alright. I don't know what all this is. But it feels like you could do some fun, busted stuff here. Big Knight. You have all three of the starters? That's rude. Well, okay, let's not have you in. Ah, Bob and Weed, brother. Yeah, okay, can you not, though? Bulldoze. Boom. And then we'll Rock Blast. Are you part fighting already? Bubble Beam. And that's gonna knock you out. Okay. Let's go into Absol, even though this is a bad choice. I want to see if you can Mega Evolve already. Can you? Oh, there we go. Mega Evolve here. I don't know if the Power Punch hit. Boom. Big Absol. We'll Slash here. There we go. And then, are you going to bring out Bailey? Manectric. Okay, so you don't have the one I have. I'm assuming this one is the one that's going to Mega Evolve.
I'm not gonna lose. Time to show off my own Mega Evolution.
It does make sense. She would use both of the starters that you don't choose. Since they are her Pokemon, I think, technically. Alright, Manectric. Here we go. You're still pure electric, but you get the Wicked Thunderbolt. Yeah, look at that. Styling. Alright. Let's Quick Attack. Nice Slash. Oh, we have Swords Dance. Let's Swords Dance. And now we just spam the things. Oh, we got it, too. I thought we got knocked out for a second there. Victory! Yay! We did it. Great job, us.
You even managed to beat me when I used Mega Evolution? That's incredible. You got the hang of using Mega Evolution quick. If another rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon appears, you'll be able to handle it no problem.
Sounds good to me.
Now let's head to Corsortico. It's the big white building in the Magenta District. Trust me, you'll know it when you see it.
Sounds good.
I wonder what it'll look like inside, given that they make the holotech for the wild zones and all.
Sounds like a blank. Alright, and she's off. Well, number of wild zones has increased. That's a good note. They did mention that. Wonder if anyone else is going to say anything. Just waltz over here, grab the free item. Alright, nothing else as of yet, but I'm assuming that more missions are existing. So, let's pop out here. Yep, there's quite a few missions. So, oh, I don't know if there's quite a few missions, but there's certainly at least one more. 2, 3, oh, there's a whole bunch up there. Wow, we've gotten up to 10. I think we were only at 6 previously. Alright, that's cool. Let's go. I'll cut to each of these, I suppose. We'll show off each of the missions that are available. I don't think I'm going to start any unless they force me to start them, but we can unlock them before we start moving on to the next phase of things. Alright, so it's for you. There's some dirt there. Look over there. Do you see that mound of dirt? Your name's Terra. That's fun. I think a wild Pokemon's made its nest there. Problem is it's preventing anyone from using the Holovator. Could you chase that Pokemon away? I feel a little bad for it, but we don't really have a choice. Alright, under the Holovator. It's a Pokemon that's bound to be there. These missions are actually pretty close to the the place we need to go to anyway, so that's fun. Let's head over here. We've 100%ed the Wild Zone 3. Alright, so we need to go this way. Does that mean that we can unlock something there, or is that including the quote-unquote rare encounter? Oh wait, no, you're probably inside. This feels like a new area. I don't recall being here before. Hey kid, what's up with you? Is this a school or something? Want to trade Pokemon with me? I'll give you my Riolu if you give me an Abra. Abra can use the move Teleport, right? I bet it'll be so much fun to play with Tag with. Alright, we need an Abra, and in exchange we get a Riolu. Okay. Sounds good. Hey, look at this. There's a whole bunch of folks here. And Steel type is strong against Rock types. It's vital that you build yourself a balanced team. Rock type is strong against Fire types, yes? Fire type is strong against Steel types. Okay, they're just talking about type matchups here. And then there's Lord Shelter here. Department of Movements in my family longer than I have. That's fun. Great Ball. Yeah, what is this? Can we walk inside? I guess not. This feels like a school of some sort. And there's clearly a way you can get up there. We'll grab this as well to revive. Very nice. Alright, now that we've done all of that, let's go find the other missions. I think are just those two, so... There's a Pokeball here as well, it's a Great Ball. And the missions are right around the corner here. Get that cafe as well, a bunch of Trubbish are here, I assume you're talking about that. See these little ones here? The Trubbish, the trash bag Pokemon. They develop a taste for our cafe's food scraps, so they keep coming back. Trub. I'm happy they like our food, don't get me wrong, but that smell the Trubbish give off isn't exactly a crowd pleaser. We're starting to lose customers. Well, here's a thought. If it's our food these Trubbish are after, maybe we can use that to our advantage. I've made a nice bag of tasty trash using our food scraps. Do you think you can use it to lead the Trubbish over to the garbage bins? Sure, I feel like you might be starting this now. It would really help us out if you could lead the Trubbish away as soon as you can. This might be a mission that, Okay, no, we don't have to do it yet. Alright, sweet. There's one more mission that we can do that is, like, right here. Yep, at, Leia. Alright. And I guess it's here with this Litleo. More, I need a hotter flame. Am I supposed to have heard me talking rather loudly to myself there? The problem you see is that I can't get a hot enough flame in my kitchen. Litleo here provides our firepower, but it can't burn at max heat until it lets loose in battle. So I must ask for your help, kind stranger. Would you have a sizzling battle with me and my Litleo to get it nice and fired up? Burn, Litleo, burn. We can certainly do that eventually. Let me know when you're ready to have a sizzling hot Pokemon battle. Sounds like a plan to me. We can do that later. I believe that is everybody. I wonder as well. You can see some of the missing mons here. And, ooh, there's a bunch of cool ones here. I think Dino's there, Litwick is there. Kadabra, Sableye, Staryu, and Slowpoke, maybe? And 8, I think, is the last. That's just got Machop. That's brand spanking new. Very cool. There's a whole bunch of areas that we can look into. But before we do all that, let's go proceed plot-wise into the giant building they were talking about. I don't think I've seen anybody here. It's also Dedenne. People say that the first Pokemon in Kalos to undergo Mega Evolution was Lucario. That matches up with the lore, I think. They found Megastones when they were digging for the urban redevelopment plan. Sounds cool. I'm not going to wander too much. We have a habit of doing that. Let's go inside. Or at least outside here. Hey, Donnie. Did Dedenne guard the door here?
This is Scorsartico's building. It was only built about 3 years ago.
Making sense why it doesn't appear in X and Y.
This whole vision of a city where people and Pokemon live in harmony, nothing that big becomes reality overnight. Bet people have been working on it for a while.
Oh look, Dedenne
guards, huh?
like security guards.
Yeah, these Dedennes aren't gonna let us by without a fight. What should we do?
Run.
Makes sense. I doubt Dedenne have to be security guards unless they're really strong. But still, we shouldn't keep Vinny waiting long.
Yeah, I think that's to help me make sure that I'm healed. I think we're good. Ooh, our only ground type user isn't great. Oh, we can use Bayleaf, I guess. I don't resist. Can we walk past? I didn't think so. Didn't I need to charge back up? All right, let's do this. Okay, we gotta get him in. Get in. Did any guards in? No. This is a doubles battle. You got into a battle with the guard Dedenne. All right. Bayleaf and Crocodile. Okay, it is a doubles battle. Alright, you gotta find one to disarm your poison. Take them on. Alright, Razorly. Oh, they're level 30. They are big fellas. I guess we'll take it off one at a time. Slow and steady here. Hey, Tony, I'll race you. Who can beat who can beat the Dedenne first? Oh, I guess you did. I'm surprised that you would have knocked out Crocodile there.
Dedenne.
Given our aims to coexist with Pokemon here in Lumios, it seems fitting to employ some of them as guards, but it's less ideal if they're defeated. If you don't mind my asking, do you have an appointment here? We've been invited by Vinny. Vinny? As in the CEO's secretary? He called for you? Excuse me. Yeah. Speaking of. That's correct, I did. We have some... I forget the voice I gave for Vinny a while ago. You know, I almost like the Mike Guy voice sort of thing. We have some important business to discuss. Business that will impact Corsortico Inc. I'm sorry to rush you when you just wrapped up your battle with our guard Dedenne, but please, join me at the battle court beside our building. Something along those lines. It's not quite Mike Guy, but somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, can you not battle me immediately? Hey guys, well done. Just gotta say. Let's go over here. The door isn't there, but there is an item there. What's this? Revive. Very nice. We're getting a lot of cool items. Speaking of cool items. Grab that, get some candies. I'll tell you right now, if we need to gain a bunch of levels, we are certainly getting the candies for it. There's a Scizor over there. That's cool. Alright, let's waltz over and find the door, which is there. Let's grab this before we do so. Great ball, very nice. Go over here, there's a Gardevoir and Houndour and Vaporeon talking here. Vinny's teaching me a lot about battling. I guess you're a battle teacher in some capacity? My dad works for Corsortico, so I'm allowed to use their battle core too. Very nice. Alright. What's up, Tony? What kind of important business needs to be discussed on a battle court? I presume battling related stuff. Let's talk. What's up, Vinny? Please allow me to introduce myself once again. As I mentioned upon our first meeting, I am Vinny, and I serve as secretary to the CEO of Corsortico Inc. And now I must indulge in a little story time. Last night, our organization... Actually, you know what? This maybe doesn't fit you. You're very serious here. I know you smiled before, but... Let me think of something else. Last night, our organization detected a certain energy that we have been on the lookout for. I like that. That works a little better. We headed to the source of the energy at once. However, by the time we arrived at the site, it appears someone had resolved the matter for us. Allow me to be direct in my inquiry. Huh? Do you know what became of the Absol that underwent rogue Mega Evolution? I calmed it down. Superbly done. Okay, there you go. See, it breaks it. And Tony's like, what's going on? Where is this going, Vinny? As you know, Corsortico Inc. has been tasked with carrying out the city's redevelopment. We became aware that these cases of rogue Mega Evolution could impede our goals. As a result, we've been quietly working in the background to try to take care of any incidents. Yet, these incidents have only increased, and our teams are struggling to respond to them all.
And since Ahdurin here took care of that Absol, now you're interested in him.
Superbly deduced. That's exactly right. You are truly a Pokemon trainer worthy of the Mega Ring that AZ entrusted to you. Now, I was saying, we had to consider creative solutions to our lack of internal human resources for this task. An idea was floated that perhaps we could ask strong Pokemon trainers in Lumios for their aid. That is how the ZA Royale came to be. Okay, interesting. We provided highly ranked participants with Mega Rings, hardly at the behest of AZ. Okay, so you're working with AZ here. He's made it clear to us that we must locate the strongest Mega Evolution user in the city.
I've been trying to get myself in the upper ranks myself, hoping that Corsortico would loop me in about cases of rogue Mega Evolution if I did. But Ahdurin and I are still just rank V.
Oh, we're the same rank? Which brings us to the main reason I summoned you here. One moment. What's that? I've taken care of the preparations. It should appear on your end momentarily. Huh? What's up? It's promotion match announcement to rank V. Next match has been decided. You face trainer Vinny. Rank question mark, question mark, question mark. The trainer who wins will be specially promoted to rank F. Oh, that's how we jump it. This makes sense. Okay. We beat Vinny, we jump up to... Okay, I see.
Wait, it looks like both of us are having our next promotion match against Vinny?
Yes. While Ahdurin may have already received a Mega Ring, we haven't yet had a chance to evaluate his fitness for taking care of rogue Mega Evolution incidents on his own. And as the leader of Team MZ, Tony, it would be more efficient if you could also receive direct updates from our team going forward.
Yeah, I want to protect the people and Pokemon of Lumios, and that means helping out the poor Pokemon undergoing rogue Mega Evolution. Looks like we'll need ourselves some Challenger tickets, Ahdurin.
And she's off. Alright. Interesting. New wild zones, and it seems like the next thing we need to do is get a Challenger's ticket to prepare for a match against Vinny. Wait, you ran in this direction. Is there a door that way? There is. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, this is going to be intriguing. So there's a lot to do. A lot to prepare for. Heal wall there. And even though this is a bit of a shorter one, I think I will end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll go through, do some side missions, get some tickets. I think we'll probably be able to do both over the course of the next couple episodes. We'll do part 1 next time and part 2 the time after that, presumably. Unless these missions are short, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And we'll handle all that in the next episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. Next time, we get some points, because we're about to go from rank, V to rank F. Big jump. Until then, everyone, take care.